Hello, hello. Happy Thursday, everyone. You know what time it is. It's time for some TLC. I am your host, Tamika Jones of Travel and Lifestyle Conversations. Welcome to the show. It's another Thursday to be great. And speaking of great, I have an amazing guest here tonight. He is one of Atlanta's greatest chefs. He goes by, he's Justin Robinson, but he goes by Chef JRob. So we're going to bring him in. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to get some food for thought, see some of this Southern hospitality, and just, you know what, learn about some good eats. Let me bring him on in. All right. There's my boy, Justin Robinson, everybody. Let's put some fonts up. Justin Robinson, aka Chef JRob. Welcome, Chef.
What's going on? Wheels, claps, 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 claps. How you doing? I know, right?
Hey, welcome to some TLC. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready to roll. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, so again, I just felt like gave you the introduction, but I want you to share with everybody like who is Chef JRob? But before you got to Chef JRob, who is Justin Robinson?
All right, so what's going on, guys? Thanks for joining in. My name is Justin Robinson. I'm originally from Mobile, Alabama. I moved to Atlanta for grad school. So going out through college, I went to Auburn University, so War Eagle, and I went to Mercer University for my graduate studies. I got my master's in public health. And throughout my college career, I was on the medical path, but, I just was cooking the whole time, never was as a career or for a brand. I was just trying to eat because I was hungry, so
right. Because that's the college life. You got to try to eat in college.
You got to make something shake. So right. I was just cooking, and I had my friends come over. I let them eat, finesse some food stamps. So, I got the groceries for free. So I was like, why don't, y'all eat for free too? So we was just eating good. And it was like one day everyone's like, this is really good. Like better than my mom. Like you should really do this. And I was like, what? Like, are you real?
What? Better than mama's cooking?
So I was like, no, okay, I hear you. But every single bite, people would say that. So that's when I started. Snapchat was the thing back then. It still might be, but I just don't get on it no more. So I always recorded people's first bite. It was like the first bite reaction cam. So that started to take off. I was a dancer in the kitchen, used to play music, dance around, cook, just having a great time. And I still now today have that same energy, that same great time. I'm just a little bit more busy, so sometimes a little bit more business-like, but at the same time.
Adulting now.
I'm telling you. So, but the thing about the whole time is cooking followed me all throughout my career path. So it wasn't until I graduated from grad school where I had to make that deciding factor. Do I want to go to PA school or do I want to continue?
What's PA school? What's PA
physician
school?
assistant school.
Okay.
Yeah. So throughout undergrad, my gap year until going to grad school, I was doing a lot of medical internships. Out in Thailand, even was my medical internship, and it was really, really interesting. Like actually getting in the operation room, actually performing surgery along with the surgeons, and calling shots. Like it's just a whole different medical aspect over there than what we have here in the U.S. And at the end of the day, when we were done with the hospital, we would go home, shower, and all the interns would go out and eat. So I was just indulged in a whole new culture of food. So kind of taking those experiences into the Chef JRob experience.
Yeah.
It'll make my food stands out.
Oh, I love it.
Now they call me Chef JRob.
Hey, Chef JRob. I love it. It flows. I'm digging it. So, we're going to give the people some food for thought.
Okay.
Today.
All right.
And I guess your family and friends really friends, college friends inspired you to become the JRob, which I love. But kind of take us through, like people don't know, or maybe they do, but some of those don't. Like you got a chance to compete, like it MasterChef, some other, like share more about that.
So I think what really kicked it off was the Iron Chef Showdown. So that was right when I moved to Atlanta. I had the opportunity to go out to New York for the Food Network's Wine Food Festival. It was like their 5th year anniversary. And I went up there. I had applied to be like a culinary help, but I didn't really get any type of email response. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I know a friend up there. I'm gonna stay with them. I'm just gonna go up there. I don't have any tickets. I'm a big finesse. I like finessing. You know what I'm saying? Living life on the edge. So I was like, I'm gonna finesse my way into the festival, and then from there, I'm gonna figure out to make some things shake. So I go out there, and I end up connecting with one of the producers, and there's like, yeah, we're doing the Iron Chef Showdown. It's not gonna be televised, but it's a great opportunity for you to expand your culinary endeavors. So they told me to come back the next day. I did not own a chef coat. I did not have my own set of knives. I was just cooking meal prep just for my friends who were working.
Yeah.
So what I did was I went to a side, you know, when you're walking down the streets in New York, they have those side shops. I looked up like uniforms, went into a side shop. There were scrubs. There were you know, the construction gear. In the back corner, they had a small section of chef coats. I got a little chef coat. It was $12.89 after tax. Got the coat. I threw it on.
Like $12.88. You remember?
I remember it because that was my first chef coat. $12.89 from New York off the side of the street. I threw it on, right? Threw it on straight out the pack. Had little wrinkles in it, but I was excited because I was like this is my first shot, like finessing into the food festival. Then to be a part of the Iron Chef Showdown is just like next level. So they put me with the Samsung group. Samsung, like the phone and appliance company. So the show starts, everyone's cooking. So if you've never been to a wine and food festival or the Food Network's wine and food festival, there's vendors all around the whole terminal of the location. And since this was a showdown, there wasn't like 3 chefs battling. This was a showdown of all the vendors. So I get placed on with a major company. So I'm feeling like the pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have anything special. Like I did bring the knives that you can get from Walmart out the KitchenAid block. And I rolled those up in a towel, and that's what I was working with. Nothing special, just raw talent. So the head chef put me over chopping parsley. Something real simple. It's picking the leaf off the stem, putting it down, and chopping it up. I was so adrenaline like driven that I was moving fast as crap. So he came over and pulled me. He's like, hey, like you're doing a real good job. Better than the people that they were paying. He moved me up the line. I literally worked my way up the line. Wow. So I went from chopping parsley to then we was dealing with shrimp. We was doing the shrimp scampi hors d'oeuvre. I'm allergic to shrimp. Was I going to tell them that? Heck no. But I was then put on.
It was worth putting your life on the line. I get 100%.
It. They said we need you to peel off the shelling off the shrimp, and I said, okay, do you mind if I get some gloves just for sanitary? It's like that even makes them think like, man, this dude is really on. Right. I was just allergic. I wasn't trying to die up in that thing. So I'm peeling off the shrimp, and I'm telling you, I'm knocking it out. I am literally still adrenaline just running. Like I'm really in this thing, looking next to a whole bunch of chefs, doing small talk, and I can keep seeing them like looking out the corner of the eye, like this dude is moving. The head chef sees the progress I made, comes back and grab me. Hey man, you're doing a really good job. Look, instead of keep moving you up, I want you to come with me. So I passed like 7 chefs down the line, and they're looking at me like, who the heck is this dude? You know what I'm saying? Because of course I'm this new face. They all are a company, and I'm over there seasoning up, which is what I do best, which is flavor. Okay. I'm seasoning up the shrimp. Of course I can't taste it. I hand it off to the chef. The chef cooks it, and then I end up plating it with 2 other chefs alongside. So we're like the last hub that this hors d'oeuvre touches before it's passed out to the audience. And just to see the reaction of people take their bite and knowing like that's my work, even though this other chef working, it's my flavor. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, another chef is cooking it, but I could over seasoned or under
Right.
seasoned, and it ruins the whole hors d'oeuvre.
Right.
Instead, I got it to a T, and people who are complete strangers enjoying the competition love it. And that's when I knew, all right, I got a talent that I'm working with. Like, I got something that I can roll with. We fast forward 2 years. Everything happened in 2-year gaps. I actually looked at this the other day when I was going through my Instagram.
Chef JRob, you do
Yes.
know we got like an hour show, right?
I'm taking too long.
Yeah, you bearing the lead.
My bad.
But it's so good because you know my food is over here getting cold.
That's true. You got to bring it out because you did cook a bomb recipe.
I did. The people want to know, and I do too.
Tell them about it. Talk to them about it real quick.
Okay, first we do have a question. We have questions and comments coming in. But so as he said, let me tell you about it. I have chefs. I can't even get the words out. So Chef JRob has a cookbook. We're gonna talk more about that cookbook. It's gonna be just in time when we talk about it. I got you. And I made one of his recipes. It's a salmon dish. I'm gonna bring it out real quickly so people can see it. Hey, now, yeah, but it's a lot of green on the plate, which is great. We'll talk more about it. Anyway, we have questions, comments. You all know by now, and if you don't, this is a platform where we engage, we interact. So if you have questions, you have comments. Hey, Chef JRob is here, so ask the questions. You know, people are loving you here, Chef. So this is what this is about. Oh, yes. So here's a question, Chef. Here we go. And we'll get back to the information about, I want people to really know that, I mean, you were part of MasterChef. You made it to, oops, I'll let you tell them. Here's the question. What was the breaking point that made you decide to quit medicine and start your own thing with cooking? That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a great question, Shaquila. So of course, you know, spent all this money going to Auburn undergrad, right? Student loans piled up. Then I needed the GPA. Just honestly, like I had the patient care hours. I was a great interviewer. I called all 50 schools I applied to, and was 50. Me and my parents split the application fee half and half because that was my dream at the time.
Right.
So I called each one to get a contact person who I could relate to see what I needed to do. And I went to grad school ultimately to further my GPA, and I was accepted on a conditional basis. What that entails is if I make anything less than a certain GPA mark, then boom, you know what I'm saying, I'm out that camp. So I went there on a mission. So I knocked grad school out the park. Great GPA, was a dean scholar, just accolades on accolades that I'm proud of myself on because that was kind of undershadowed at Auburn, but I knew I was smart enough. So now I proved to myself that I was smart enough to go to PA school. What that path do I want to do? But then I stopped asking, what do I want to do? And I started asking, what does God want for my life?
Absolutely.
Because I found throughout my young career that when you do things that you want to do, sometimes it's not the same path that God wants you to do. So I prayed, not, Lord, please let me get into PA school. Please let me get this interview. It was more so, Lord, can you please show me the path that I'm supposed to walk down and let me take those steps down that path with confidence.
Yes.
Once I graduated, I got that overwhelming sense of comfort and a whisper saying, I got you. That was the determining moment where I knew I'm supposed to not go the medical route and go the chef route. And that's when I took off running, and I never looked back. And the success that I've had from the people who I've met, from regular people to celebrities, to the type of recognition my business is getting versus if I was in the medical practice, and to I'm still making a life-changing impact, but it's through food versus medicine. And that fulfills me and my spirit. And that lets me know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing in life. And you can't take that away from nobody.
Yeah, you just segued. Now that's some food for thought right there.
That's some food for thought.
That's some food for thought. And that's what we're going to segue into some food for thought. We have another question coming up, but as we get started, let me ask the question. Let's throw it up here since we have it. Okay. What advice would you give to the aspiring chefs still working out of their own home, wanting to expand their clientele? That's a good question.
Yeah, and to that person, a chef who's just starting out, they're cooking out their apartment, they're doing what they need to do to expand to hopefully get a food truck, hopefully get a restaurant space.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the same boat. I'm doing the same exact thing that you're asking. It's just how hard do you want to go? How much do you want to be the greatest? That's why I consider myself Atlanta's greatest chef. I know I ain't the best chef in Atlanta, but I'm gonna say, hey, I'm Atlanta's greatest chef.
Claim
There's
it.
other people who can who have all these different culinary trainings. I was self-taught, you know what I'm saying? All these different things, but if you put me in the same kitchen with all these other greater chefs, they're not going to outwork me. And that's my mindset. So you got to have that type of grind mindset to really build your business. And the more confidence you have in your work, the more it exudes and is received in a positive manner. And that's how you can really grow your business. It's more so about confidence in yourself, not thinking, well, I don't have a nice cutting board, or I don't have a nice cutlery set, or I don't have sponsorships. It's about what you do have and how you're making it work. And you keep working it until you get that next break to get something better to continue to build your business.
Ooh, again, food for thought. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So you know what is your specialty? Is it healthy foods, soul food, Cajun food? What's your specialty?
It's Cajun food, 100%. I like to consider my style of cooking Cajun with a modern flair. So I like to elevate, my plating skills. I could do a traditional Southern barbecue cookout, but plate it in a way that makes it seem a little bit more upscale. And the flavor might be, a little bit untraditional, but that what's bring, such a unique bite into everything that I put out on the
Mhm.
plate. So like a chili lime Thai rib versus your traditional salt, pepper, garlic rub on a rib.
Hmm.
Like at the end of the day, it's going to be off the bone, succulent, but that allows me to put different sides that aren't your mac and cheese, collard greens, potatoes, and really elevate a plate.
See, I don't even eat beef, but that sounds good.
It's amazing.
So, talk to us about the Jrob experience. What is the Jrob experience like?
So the Jrob experience is you walk into this stranger, aka me, if we don't know each other already, and you want an experience further than dining. You don't want to just sit at a table and eat food, whether it's good or great. You want to come into a great atmosphere that's well received, and the person actually cares about your first bite, cares about the transition and pairings from the entree to the appetizer to the dessert, and really create a relationship that kind of stays permanent throughout the rest of my career, because I love that my clientele and my supporting group have this sense of community. And I
Mm.
didn't know what to call it. Like at first I was like experience family, because the company's called the Chef JRob Experience, but now like I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star
You
chef,
gotta
and,
tell them.
and I am really like and when you think of a rock star, they're on the road all the time, they're on tour, they're doing gigs, they're producing these over the top number one hits, whatever. And I try to take that mentality and that type of outlook into my career. And I love that I have such a support. Rock stars have fans, but I have like a supporting group that ride for me. I would post, I was Monica Brown's personal assistant for 4 months because of Instagram followers. I said, hey guys,
Mm.
she's looking for a chef. If y'all love me, please just tag her. I went to sleep. I woke up the next day and people had 500 comments of people just
Wow.
tagging this lady, people who I didn't know, but they just wanted to see me win. So that's
Wow.
since the community has built a rock star nation. So
So
that's,
did you become her chef?
yeah, I was her chef for 4 months. Yeah, she's the
Oh my,
truth. Mo,
when
Mo,
I see
Mo's
there's
that lady.
that's more food for thought. So you're just telling me like going at your rock star mentality is allowing you to manifest the things that you desire.
I'm telling you, I literally record stuff on my phone all the time, videos. I was just telling you before we started this live that I wanted to cook for Auburn. I wanted to do an Auburn tailgate. and I recorded it in my truck passing Auburn on the way back from Mobile to Atlanta, and now it's happening. Like, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like it's just that positive energy you exude out is really coming back, and it's amazing. It's crazy.
That is so powerful. That's have you besides Monica Brown, is there anybody else, any major celebrities that you've been a rock star for, a rock star chef?
Oh yeah, I was definitely a rock star. Most recently for Steve Harvey. That's my guy. He's a great man, great mentor, and he kind of flipped a couple of switches, like a couple of switches in my head to get your butt up and grind. Like from the morning show to the Family Feud to his daily life.
He's very inspirational, very motivational, just a hustler.
A hustler. Like, yeah, he's up at 4, so guess who was up at 3 making breakfast? Me. You know what I'm saying? Like, to go on throughout the whole day all the way to dinner at 7, to hop on the phone call after, the radio show pre-recording, midnight. Hey, all right, Mr. Harvey, what you think about this, and that? All right, cool. Then, taste buds change from when he wakes up. So it's like, hey, except for this for breakfast, let's do that. So now being quick on your feet, not making excuses. People make too many excuses when you just have to make stuff shake. You got to make shake at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So
shake, rattle, and roll.
That's what I've been doing. And I'm really grateful for the opportunity I had to be his personal chef, because it definitely kicked me into a second gear that I am in now.
That's fantastic. Okay, everyone, where are the questions? Where are the comments? Come on now, interact with us. I know you're sitting around eating dinner, enjoying some of this food for thought and greatness from Chef JRob. Oh, wait. You're not going to be alone. You're not going to be alone. We're going to drink together. Everybody, cheers. Okay, so let's just keep the party going. Good comment. Got to make it shake. Absolutely.
Got to make it shake.
Now let's get to the topic of healthy eating, because I know many people are going to be on here like, that's the struggle. And it's the struggle now, especially in this pandemic, where sometimes you just want some comfort food. Instead of sometimes, maybe most times you want some comfort food. So do you have some recommendations, maybe 2, 3 or so recommendations that could help people get towards that healthier eating, healthier lifestyle?
Yeah, for sure. I was doing that is the new motto, I'm telling you. I got a great example. So I did this challenge like 2 years ago, and the results that people had from it were phenomenal. And as a matter of fact, I'll send it to Tamika so that you guys can use it, and she'll post it on her social or give it to you if you want to follow, and stuff like that. But it's a simple diet plan that is so easy, but you can drop 10, 15 pounds within the month if you stay consistent. It's crazy. And I've been holding on to it because
I know the comments are about to start flooding in, the comments and the questions. I know. But keep going, Chef. Keep going.
So it's all about your protein to grain to veggie intake. So you got the vegans, you got the pescatarians, you got the I'm not doing carbs right now.
Keto.
Yeah, keto. I can't even. I'm so against keto. It's not even funny. That's why. Anyway, so
don't
that's
drop off yet. Don't drop off.
I'm not. But there, it doesn't take all that sometimes, guys. Sometimes it just takes that proper nutrition. And with my science background, I was able to kind of get cooking down to a science. I say that all the time because I know what it takes to lose that weight and drop that weight. So if you're trying to eat healthy, the main things you want to take is you want to kind of lower your bread intake. You got to think of it, bread absorbs a lot of things. So that what sticks into, the fatty part, of your diet, as well as carbs. You can still eat carbs, but you got to eat the right carbs and lots of green veggie intake. So you hear that a lot from the doctor. And this whole little visual that I'm going to send to Tamika after this is going to break it down to a point. And I haven't looked at it in 2 years, so I don't want to say nothing that's wrong. But I do recall still eating what I wanted, but just following that guideline, and it just made the difference in a lot of people's dietary habits. And if you just carry that over throughout your lifestyle, challenges and new diets are diets until you make it a lifestyle. When you make it a lifestyle, then it becomes a part of your daily routine, and you forever achieve that goal that you want.
So this diet that you're talking about, did you say you did do it or you created it, obviously? So you did do it too, as well.
Yeah, I did. But at the time, I was trying to gain weight. So I always been skinny all my life. So I was trying to gain weight. So, but I did notice that I
No,
was able to.
wait. Okay, okay. I was gonna say now, some people are gonna want to lose the weight. You gain the weight. Now, come on now. We don't want the viewers on here to feel like, okay, I do this diet and now I gain 15 pounds thanks to Tamika and Chef JRob.
No, you're gonna lose weight on this diet. But I altered what I was doing to gain weight, but I cut on the fat. I cut down my body fat percentage.
Okay. Okay. So the people they ready for it. They ready. So we definitely I will get that for you and make sure I post it as soon as possible.
Okay.
Sounds
It was
pretty
called
interesting, but good.
and Sasha Keela asked, did I name it? It's called the Get Right Challenge because you got to
The
get
get
right.
right. You
Yep.
got to
It's
get
called the
right.
Get Right Challenge. Yep.
And we always trying to get right, right?
Right.
Okay. So I remember earlier you were talking about, you know what, before I, cut to me, here was a question. And as we're kind of still in this food for thought, I'm going to take us back a little bit. It's a very good question. What would you tell the younger you, the young man who graduated from high school?
Sheesh. Phew. All right. That's a great question. So I was on my phone a lot my freshman year, and that was a big downfall to my freshman academic performance. I think I got a 2.9. Yep, and I remember because I remember my parents cursed me out. I got a 2.9. I got a 2.9 my first semester freshman year of Auburn, and then my second semester of Auburn I got a 3.5. I also learned quickly that other Auburn attendees have systems in place through, sorority house, fraternity house, whatever, that, got the cheat codes to succeed a lot. And that stuff wasn't really readily available because I could not understand how people were acing these tests. I'm like, I know I'm not dumb. There's no possible way you didn't miss a single question on here. And then after I pledged, I quickly learned the runaround of what was going on. So just, I guess, being a little bit more academically social, not going to party social, but getting in the right study groups of people who might have access to things that you may not have access to succeed. Because you can't win in life alone. Sometimes it takes, a village, you know what I'm saying? So kind of stepping out that comfort zone, especially being a minority at, a PWI, you don't think to ask, X, Y, and Z next to you, like, hey, do you guys mind if I study with you? Because they're gonna look at you sideways. But sometimes you can't care. You got to make shape. So that's what I would have told my younger self, is to become more academically social inclined, to make sure that I set myself up to succeed in school. And I wouldn't change nothing else otherwise than that, honestly.
I love it. I love the makeshift shake. You have some JRob-isms, I'm loving it. The challenge, the get right challenge, makeshift shake, loving it. Okay, so I've been wanting to ask you this because
Okay.
I love to travel. That's my background as far as a travel journalist, but I know you love to travel as well. So how when you're traveling and you're going to experience food in different cultures, how do you bring that to the plate of your clientele?
That's great. That's great. So if you ever were to travel with me, you'll see that I'm bold and I'm confident when I go to a restaurant. I always find myself in the back of the kitchen, which is kind of unheard of because they don't let nobody back in the kitchen. But I talk that talk at the end of the day. I talk the talk. They know, like, okay, this dude's serious. Or like most recently, we went to
You have the gift of gab like me, so I see.
Yeah, we went to Cabo, and we were sitting at this nice restaurant because it was a grilling restaurant, and I'm with Traeger, so I was like, I gotta see what it's talking about. So I went back there. I'm like, hey, I see what y'all doing with that dinosaur rib. You know what I'm saying? Is it Wagyu? That's something that you just don't ask a chef. You know what I'm saying? But I see you kind of doing like a off smoke method. You know what I'm saying? Like offset cooking method. And then that's when they know, like, all right, this dude know what's up. So they invite me back to the kitchen, and I talk to them. I talk about what they're seasoning. I talk about how they cook. What type of wood chips are they using? Are they using coal? You know what I'm saying? Have they ever thought about doing a direct smoke method versus indirect? You know what I'm saying? And those type of conversations, I'm able to take away their knowledge and bring it back here in Atlanta to kind of expand my culinary palette as well as my clients.
So awesome, but so I see how you have become so successful so quickly because you're just not afraid to take some chances and go after what you desire, but you also are very inquisitive as well. So, and you definitely have a passion, a strong passion for cooking. But I love the ability for you to be able to travel. When I travel, it's so important for me to experience the culture in different places and find ways to apply it to my life. But I'm not a master chef like you are, or one of the land's greatest, but I'm loving the food for thought. So what we got next? What else we want to talk about? Oh, we had a question here. Let's answer some questions, Chef. How did you gain a lot of your sponsorships and partnerships?
That's a really great question. And I'll tell you guys this, in any profession, whether it's tech, engineering, whatever entrepreneurial journey that you're walking down, these partnership and sponsorships can be another source of income. I like to say I want to be the LeBron James of the culinary industry because LeBron James is perceived as the best of all time. And he is a great, phenomenal basketball player. You can't take that away from that man. But on top of that, he's a businessman.
Right.
So, yeah, he's making millions in salary from basketball, but he's also making millions in his deals, sponsorships, and so forth and so on. And I kind of noted that, and I kind of see how he moves about things, and it was very attractive to me to kind of model a business plan around that. Initially, I'm a tax preparer too, so I do taxes. And people who know, I get down when it comes to taxes. So I was doing a couple of influencers.
Talented.
I was doing a couple of influencers' tax returns. I said, wait a minute. All you do is post pictures on Instagram, and this how much you bringing in? Oh, you're going to have to tell me the ropes.
Put me on.
Like guys, I'm talking about 60, 70,000 a year from posting on Instagram. And I said, all right, let's look. If it came down, I know you won't charge me, but I need you to let me know. Again, if you see someone has the tools that you need of something that you're capable of building, ask them to show you the blueprint and you build it yourself. Don't ask it for a hand-me-down. Just receive the knowledge to get the tools to build it yourself. And that's what I've done. I've asked 3 of my influencer friends. They were very, very far into their influencer field. They have thousands and thousands of followers on Instagram. And at the time, I didn't have that. I didn't even have 10,000 followers, but I was driven and determined. They said, first, you need to get 10,000 followers. And that comes through posting content. And that's what I did. I posted content. You can be the most talented person in the world, but to brands, they don't see the ROI, which is the return on investment, if you don't have that following. Because to them, following equates to views, which equates to eyes laid on potentially buying their product. And sometimes that's the short end of the stick, but that's what it is. So I got the advice from them. And the advice is you need to come. Everybody can use this model. You need to come and write down 5 to 10 brands that you really want to work with and show that brand how you can utilize their product in the projects and work that you do and how you can express that to your following. And then you can message them through social media, or you can find their primary contact on Google and email them and just talk the talk. Talk that talk.
Make shit shake.
Make shit shake. There you go.
Okay, we'll talk the talk. We'll add that to the Jrob Experience as well. Jrob isms. You know what? This is such a good conversation, and you are giving a lot of food for thought, a lot of knowledge that's beyond just your expertise of being this master chef. So what's we got next? Where are the questions, comments? Remember, you guys, Chef JRob is only here for a short time, and he's feeding us some good stuff. In a minute, I'm really about to be fed. Okay, we almost there, not quite there. We got a question. Let's question, comment. Let's see what we got going on here. Um, well, we'll just go on to another question for me. Do you get nervous at all anymore when you're like in front of like major, like big clientele, celebrities? Do you get nervous?
Not at all, honestly.
Really?
I rise. I feel like that whatever pressure I have, I kind of rise to the occasion. And if I feel doubt, like if I have a wedding and the like if I told someone I was going to arrive at 5:30 and it's 5:27, even though my ETA is 5:30, they're calling me like, "Hey, what's your ETA? Are you on the way?" Like I'm the type to joke around. Like it might be a big day, but like, oh my gosh, that's today. I thought that was scheduled for next week, and I would drive that conversation until they're like bloody red, and I'm like, okay, I'm actually outside. I'm about to ride because it's just like that playfulness. Like I like to have fun with it, and I feel like that little small doubt when people like doubt your capabilities is just like, I got it. I got it handled. Like you don't have to worry about that when you're booking me. Like I'm gonna have everything taken care of. When I do like big, events, tailgates or caterings, like I think I've kind of matured enough to where it's expected. People book me and expect excellence, and I have a zero tolerance of providing anything less of that.
Mm-hmm. So you trying to give a bride and groom a heart attack to let them know that you thought it was a week?
It's always the event planner. The bride and groom not gonna call. They're gonna
okay,
be
okay, okay. So it's the
yeah.
event planner they have. Okay, because
Yeah.
I was gonna say, ooh, that kind of pressure. That's I can only imagine. I would not want to be in that position. Even though you're joking. Okay,
Yeah.
everyone, come on with the questions and the comments. Chef JRob is really just giving us all kinds of greatness right now. So let's move on. I guess you know what? Since there are no questions, no comments. Um, oh, here we go. I'll bring this in. So the question is, you've talked about cooking, personal chef, Instagram, basically diversification. What's next for you? And you know what? We're gonna pause on that. I read this question too quick. But I love the way the audience thinks because we all want to know what's next. I want to know what's next, but we're gonna pause for the cause and we're gonna talk about some food just in time. Just in time. And I can share with everyone what just in time is, but I'm gonna let you do it.
Okay. So Just in Time is my firstborn cookbook. It's
The crowd goes wild.
it's been a very big success of something that I created in my apartment kitchen. There to go right there. I shot that cover of the book in the photographer's garage. That is real seasoning on the corners. And the time that's on the book that nobody knows, this is an exclusive, is the time that I finished the cookbook. So what time is that? That's like 4:00 in the morning. 4.
Oh my God! There's a clock. It's like 10, nearly almost 10 till 4.
It was dang near 5:00 in the morning. Dog tired and
5. Yeah, 5. Yeah.
Almost 5. So it was like 4 something, and me and Danny, we complete the cookbook, and I'm like, all right, that's the mark. That's what we're going to put on the cover. So that's the sentimental value of the book. It's so many like hard work in there, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, so to the question earlier, like what do you do to someone who's cooking out their home? I did all that I've done out of my home. It's just making what you have shake until you can reach that level, and it's definitely possible. But Just in Time's my cookbook, man. It's been so successful in sales. I've done no ads. It's not in no stores. It's not on Amazon. It's just straight posting on Instagram and word of mouth. And the success that I've had has been far more rewarding than I can ever imagine in a lifetime. And you can definitely get it on my website that Tamika just dropped, chefjrob.com, and just click shop. Shop with your boy.
Hey, okay, so
I'm gonna sign each copy. Anybody buy one within this next couple of hours.
I do have a signed copy. Thank you, Chef. I have a signed copy.
I'm gonna sign it.
I do. Yes. So let's talk with every recipe in here. Like, so you've made obviously you've made every recipe. So Is it for some clients of yours that you've made the recipes for?
Nope, I cooked all that in 2 days.
No way.
18-hour cook days. So that was 36 hours of straight cooking. Took what's that math? Like 5-hour naps in between the days, and
Wait, there are over 100 pages in here.
it was a messy kitchen.
To say the least. But how many? I mean, I didn't get to see the recipes, but I'm looking at page 119, Cajun pork chop, by the way.
That set my alarm off. It was smoky, and you can see the tar on it. Like it's just like we really. Yep, I remember everything like it was yesterday. Like it really was just me having expectations of excellence. The team was tired as crap. They're looking at me like, "What do you mean, like running back?" I'm like, "Y'all," and they keep saying they're giving me Google responses. You know, it takes up to three months just to shoot a cookbook. It takes 2 years to develop a cookbook, and you want this by your birthday. I said, I don't care what you've seen. This is what I'm expecting, and this is what I know y'all are capable of. And we did it. Sometimes it just takes someone else believing that extra gear in you to kick on and produce something greatness, because people always doubt what hasn't been done. And I'm showing you, of all the great cookbooks, the New York Times bestseller, rare case may be, that is the same quality. And if I 100% guarantee you, there's a lot of more better tasting recipes in my cookbook than was out there. And you can get that in a shorter time span if you just push your team to that excellence.
I love the drive and the confidence. It's the confidence for me and the drive. Okay, so the moment we all have been waiting for. Well, we'll say me at least. I think, look, it is time to get my eat on. So, Chef, tell everybody what I am about to indulge in, please.
So what you're about to indulge on is you took my salmon fillet recipe. It's how to perfectly sear a fillet where you have a nice crisp top, but a really fluffy flesh inside fish. That's that perfect cook. And Tamika altered the recipe to her liking, which you can do on any recipe, and took some broccoli and asparagus. Now, the vegetables of choice that I had in the cookbook, you can get from a farmer's market. It's showing you something. A lot of people can cook broccoli and asparagus. It's a good, easy go-to. But white asparagus has a little bit more of a firmness than green asparagus, and you can only get it in certain seasons. And the other green vegetable is something that you have to get from the farmer's market that's not as common. But if you want to wow your significant other, or be like, you know, what you cook, and you know, hey, it's just in time. You know what I'm saying? My recipe has a lot of traditional recipes, but also things that have my own flair to it. So you're going to put that rock star flair on your plate and serve it to whoever you cook for, or even for yourself.
So let me sample this rock star meal. You ready? You ready? Okay, it's going to be the first bite.
All right. And the thing is, I know like a lot of people be faking reactions, but guys, I have foolproof these recipes where that I can 100% guarantee is a real reaction, because
this is so good.
It's a lot of seasonings in there too, guys. That hey, whoever supported to get the cookbook, I hear you.
Hey,
I hear you.
Hey, I love it. Wait a minute. Who was that?
Who was it? Let me see.
I mean,
Makita Smith. I appreciate you, ma'am.
Who?
Makita Smith.
I have to say, you talk about your tribe and the people who rock with you. That's someone from my tribe and someone who rocks with me. That is a dear friend of mine. And Makita, I love you. Thanks for supporting my show and Chef JRob. So I can contest that it takes a village, and when you have a strong circle who supports you and believes in you, man, all you can continue to do is achieve greatness. Let me tell y'all, it's so good that it's good, y'all. Okay. I'm gonna put it back. That's just wrong. You wrong for that. You wrong. But you know what? You're right. We're gonna cheers, because that is amazing. And you all, full disclosure, although I do enjoy cooking, I don't cook much. This recipe took less than 15 minutes, including prep. Should I repeat? Less than 15 minutes. Cheers, chef.
Cheers.
Chef, thank you. Thank you. Mm.
So the purpose of just in time, guys, is to save you time in the kitchen. That's why I named it that. Nobody likes to spend a long time in the kitchen, but you want great food. You've been to work, you gotta drop the kids off, you gotta go to practice, you come home, you gotta feed everybody. Or, you know, if you don't have kids, it should be a long day. You just want some good food that doesn't take a lot of time. So Justin Robinson, Chef JRob, is providing the perfect recipes that are time. I don't even know the word I'm looking for, but you know, it saves you time in the kitchen.
That's important. Saved me a lot of time. I didn't expect it to be that easy. Here's a good question. What's your favorite recipe in just in time?
That's a great question too.
Mhm.
My easy go-to answer. Geez, that's a tough question. All right. I think. Oh, that's tough. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna kind of go. I'm not gonna go through each chapter, but I'm gonna give 3 highlights to kind of. Dang, that's hard too. All right, so I know for sure a
Just
standout
say
is
all of it. Say
beignets.
the whole book is my favorite.
If you never made beignets before, ditch the waffles. We're doing beignets and waffle. I'm telling you, there's some stuff in there that's going to take it to the next level. So next time you have a brunch for you and your girlfriends, or you know you have a group coming over and you want to do some brunch, I'm gonna show you how to brunch.
Woo!
I'm
Wait a
gonna
minute.
show you
You
how to
said
brunch.
beignets and
Chicken, fried chicken and beignets. So I'm giving
no.
you my fried chicken recipe, giving you the beignet recipe, and I believe I put a pro tip on there on how to make a special syrup from scratch.
Okay, so if I have the beignets and fried chicken, I'm gonna start that challenge, the get right challenge after I eat that.
You got to.
After.
And then another good recipe on there is my rack of lamb. I love lamb. That's my favorite protein. So I tell you how to cook a whole rack.
What? I can't wait to go through this book. I mean, for this, I have I'm gonna be eating dinner a little bit late because I wanted to get on online to really have this show with you, give everybody the full authentic experience of me tasting this salmon. And I'm oh my god, I cannot wait until well, I mean, I want to continue the conversation because it's so good and you are so amazing. But that food right there, that's gonna be food for the soul and the
Food for
stomach too.
soul.
So let's keep it moving. So questions, comments, what we have coming in, you all. We're about to wrap up the show. We wish we could be on here forever, but some of us got to eat some food from just in time. Uh, and I'm sure Chef has some other things he's got to get to. So yeah, somebody asked why. You know what? A lot of questions have been answered that I have, which is great. I do want to know, like, there was a question that came earlier. What is next for Chef JRob?
All right, these are some amazing questions. So what you can expect next is a breakthrough in the Atlanta culinary scene. I'm gonna go in detail. So I just closed on a 28.7 acre property last month. Yep, was it? Yep. I may have been this month. It might have been, I don't know. It was a few weeks ago. So me and my fiance, we closed on the property, and that is going to be the breakthrough on the Atlanta culinary scene. There's going to be some big things, not just a restaurant. Restaurant would be an injustice to what's going to happen on this property. It's about like everything is a whole experience. That's why we called it the Experience Estate. It's gonna be.
Hey, see, I wasn't far off. I got the experience in the banner. Let me put this in it. The experience estate. Continue.
The Experience Estate is going to be a property like no other. It has a 6-acre lake. We're going to have what we call, because you're dealing with the rock star chef. And this is the first. It's going to be the rock star rodeo. It's going to be a fishing gathering. Like, I'm from Mobile, Alabama. I saw someone put in the comments that I love your accent, your country self or whatever. Like,
your twang.
like
Yes.
it's 30 minutes from the city. Like you in Atlanta, but you still get that little country scene. And we're gonna fish. We're gonna get some fish. We're gonna skin it. We're gonna fry it up on the spot. Great season. Just have a good quality Southern time. Like, people get caught up in the whole city life, going to the clubs. That's not my whole vibe. You know, I like to have fun, being outdoors, doing some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I go out and have a good time, but when you talk about some good quality, wholesome fun, like, you can't beat fishing, skinning it on, getting some fresh fish, and then dropping it in the fryer. Like, that's it. That's a good time.
Yes.
So,
Everyone, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. The Experience Estate is coming to the Atlanta scene.
Yep.
When can we expect this?
We're breaking ground in October. We rocking and rolling. We rocking and rolling.
Glasses up.
Glasses up. Hey, and if you plan on getting married in 2022, you can expect to have some type of venue or some type of space available for you to get married on the property as well.
This is awesome. Congratulations to you and your fiance.
Thank you.
It's just, you know, cheers. Some glasses are up. Thank you. Glasses are up. This is awesome. Major congratulations. Definitely adding more to the Atlanta scene and to the Chef JRob experience that you'll be able, many of us, I'm also in the Atlanta area. You're going to invite me to the grand opening?
Oh, 100%.
Please.
100%. We're going to make this shake. I'm gonna need you in your news reporter attitude. Go ahead and give full coverage on live, just like now, giving the people the full run, the whole inside scoop.
I got you. We can go live. Okay. Look,
yes.
They heard it here first. So it only makes sense for me to be one of the first to be invited. Okay.
Yes.
Before we go, Chef, please let everybody know what else you have going on. You know, I know you have many more things outside of course, working on the Experience Estate as well as the cookbook. Let everybody know that. Well, let me put because they can follow you on Instagram. You share a lot, but let everybody else know what's going on with Chef JRob.
Yeah, guys. So like, I'm just in the grind season right now, just really trying to put things out that really can help educate the masses. So I shot it 3 days after I shot my cookbook, and it's a video aspect. So you're enjoying the cookbook, and now I'm trying to put out a Master Academy, and that's what it's called, Master Academy, which is a 12-episode series, educational cooking platform where you can really get into the technical side of cooking, but make it fun. And I'm trying to really get that on with the network versus having to push it myself, so that it can just be available to a lot more people than what I can physically have in a social reach. That's the biggest thing. I have a Halloween party coming up October 30th. It's a costume party. If you've never been to an experience party, it is definitely something you want to come to for all ages. I don't care if you 21 or 51. You're going to have a good time shucking and driving. I do a full buffet spread, open bar. It's going to be really great. It's going to be a really good time. You got to come dressed up in the costume. So it's a really good time.
I love it. But you know, I'm going to have to ask, because people will be like, oh, why you didn't ask this question? We still in a pandemic. So how you going to do that?
That's true. I'm limiting the capacity. So I was an epidemiologist last year when COVID first broke out. I used my public health background, and last year I actually canceled the party due to COVID. Now, kind of looking at the numbers, seeing how things are going with vaccinated versus unvaccinated, I might have to force the vaccination portion of everything to ensure that people's safety is a little bit more precaution. And typically a Halloween costume involves a mask, but if yours doesn't, then, you know, mask requirements upon eating or drinking. But at the end of the day, this is our new normal. You know, people keep saying or dragging out the pandemic, but at the end of the day, flights are still open. I sit next to someone who could still have COVID. You don't have to get vaccinated to go to a domestic flight, and that person sitting next to me can have COVID. But at the end of the day, people have to go on about their daily lives and routine, and businesses still have to make money. So I feel like it's just taking that responsibility to put those precautions in place so you can continue your business.
Understood. Well, at least there's that. Everybody knows that the precautions are in place, but I had to ask the question,
Of course.
People want to know safety matters.
Yeah,
And people want to have a good time and be safe at the same time. That's just what's important. Is there anything else? Any other greatness? Rockstar Chef JRob?
You might catch me on the Food Network again.
Hey!
If this push out the way it's supposed to push out, it's in the works. It's in the works. We got the first pilot episode shot. It was shot before I moved into my new spot, actually. So just trying to get the Food Network's attention to pick up the show. And y'all, this would be the most entertaining show.
Do what you do best. And what do you do best? You better tell the people what you want.
A rock star. I make shit shake.
Oh. Well, you know what? It has been an amazing hour, for sure. We have learned, you've given us so much food for thought, so much what I'm calling Chef JRobisms. I'm gonna repeat a few of them. We're gonna, during this show, we've been able to learn to make shit shake. And you're gonna give us some information on how we can get right with the Get Right Challenge.
Right.
So we're rock stars. All of us here are rock stars. Did I miss anything?
Nope, y'all. This is Rockstar Nation. I appreciate the time. Please go on my website. It has everything that you need. And you can follow me on Instagram, which is Chef JRob. Keep in tune with everything they have going on. And Parks, yes, we're gonna have job opportunities, so we're definitely gonna be in talk, brother. Just like I said, a breakthrough on the Atlanta culinary scene, breakthrough in new job opportunities, and really establishing the right group to really make a mark in Atlanta.
This is awesome. It's been great. It's been great. I think anybody, before we're about to close it out, if speak up. If anybody has some questions or comments, now's the time to ask Chef JRob, because he's got great things to come. Oh, I do have one question. If people were looking for like that Chef JRob experience, something more intimate, do they have access to you?
Yeah. So on my website, there's a tab that says services, and outside of tax consultations and business consultations, you have the food side of things, which is booking for a brunch or private dinner for two, or if you have any type of event that needs food, I'm your guy. So you can just click on that link and send an inquiry, and myself or a team member will be with you within 24 hours, and we're going to make it happen.
Awesome. Well, one more question is, where can people find the book? The book, again, just as a reminder to everyone, is Just in Time, the cookbook.
Yep, and the cookbook is on my website too. Once you type in chefjrob.com, just click the tab that says shop. So you can grab my cutting board, my spoon, or the cookbook. My cutlery collection was limited edition, and it just sold out last week. So
congratulations.
Thank you. So all the sets are sold out for the cutlery section, but you can still get the cookbook and still create them great recipes with what you have at home.
Awesome. Again, Chef, my God, so much food for thought, so much knowledge, so much confidence, so much drive. It's been a wonderful, wonderful show. I'm truly grateful for you. And definitely we're going to continue to support you and continue to watch you just continue to be a rock star in a culinary field, for sure. And everyone out there, you guys always know how I like to end the show. It is, if you're going to travel safely, live intentionally, and cherish every moment. Because what's that? That is TLC. Look, Chef, cheers.
Let me get my drink. Cheers.
All right. It's been a great show. Onward and upward. And I'm going to end again. I mean, I just ended, but I'm going to end again with, let's continue to make shit happen.
That's what I like to hear. Hey, cheers to that. That's an ending. That's the ending for the books right there.
I love it.